Hey YouTube. Um, in case you don't know, my name's Connor. I basically wanted to make a video kind of showcasing the different types of smart glasses because what I've noticed is there's a whole bunch of them. This is kind of like the golden era for smart glasses, and there are so many different types that people might get confused and like not really know what even is a smart glass. What are smart glasses? So by no means am I an expert. I'm not a tech reviewer. My audio is probably terrible. My video is going to be not great. So bear with me. But this is something that I'm interested in, so I figured, maybe there's other people that are as well. Smart glasses, what are they? Smart glasses are just glasses that do something extra, right? So the typical glasses like these ones, they're just for vision. They could be sunglasses, prescription glasses. They don't do anything though. Smart glasses, as you'll see in here, we have a bunch of different ones. I'm going to go through the different types. I guess I'm going to just jump into it. So the first ones that we'll talk about are the JLab Jbud's Frames, and these are actually not glasses at all. They're attachments for glasses, so they hook onto your normal glasses to give some of those smart glasses functionalities. Now, in my opinion, to be considered a smart glass, you have to do something extra, and the minimum requirement for that extra is going to be audio and microphone. These ones do both. So you put them on there, you pair with your phone, and now you're playing your videos, you're making calls. Um, and I don't know if you've ever used open ear headphones, but I love them. You can use them during any situation. You don't have to worry about being kind of isolated. They're not going to have the best sound quality because they are open ear, so you're not going to have those punchy low basses. But you'll get the sound. This is the site that has them, and basically they're cheap, 25 bucks. It's like half off. So if you're considering trying smart glasses, jumping into it, this might be a good place to start. There's very little commitment, and you're able to see if that's something you're even interested in. But they are going to make your glasses look a little funny. There's no way around that. Uh, the next pair of glasses. Oh, and I did show you the charging setup for the JLabs. They basically just connect magnetically to these, and then it's got a normal USB outlet. But the next glasses, that's where we start to actually get into like that smart glass territory. These ones are the Razer Anzus, and pros and cons for these. They look less crazy than some of the pairs that we'll talk about coming up, but as far as prescriptions go, you can't buy them with prescription. You have to order it from a lens place, Lensable, Lensology, something like that. They're not too expensive, but they definitely add to the cost. They also charge magnetically. Sorry if I'm a little all over the place. I don't have a script or anything written up, but they do charge magnetically also. Connects to the bottom on both of the legs because there's nothing connecting this leg to this leg through the frame, which is good because if there was, it would be a little thicker and a little less attractive. But these ones for the smart glasses that we're going to go over today have probably the best audio. And I think that's because they just have bigger speakers, so the bass is a little bit punchier. The way that they are angled is directly into your ear, so it's a great audio experience. I think these ones are more tailored towards like phone gaming and just gaming in general. But if we go to the site, I think Razer actually got rid of their official advertisement for them because these are a little old. But here on Amazon, you can see they're $50. And we'll not watch the video. But basically, they have lenses that they come with that are either sunglasses or blue light blocking. And for the blue light blocking, that's for sitting at your computer, doing whatever you need to do. And these are another one of those, just like, I want to hear my stuff without everyone hearing my stuff type of glasses. And I really like them because if you're on your phone, you can bust out the phone, and at any point you play a video, you don't even have to think about it. It's just going right into your ears. It's never going to be playing, out on your phone. The downside with that, though, is that when you open these, they're on. So battery life, not super great. If you're not playing music a lot, then you can make it probably 5 hours, maybe 6, but it's not going to be like a full day. And they don't have a good like sleep function. But overall, great entry place. If you're considering smart glasses, then consider Razer Anzus. Next, we are going to talk about the Soundcore Frames. Now, I believe these ones were already discontinued, um, but I'd argue they're the most stylish out of the ones that we're trying to talk about. Now, you can see the frame is missing, or the leg is missing from this one. And that's because you can actually remove them and move them over to different frames. And so this is the one that has my prescription on them. I just went down to the eye place over here and had them make a lens for them. They're prescription ready, so that's good. They have a little screw that you just pop open, slap the new lens in there, and you're good to go. The charging situation for these, I believe they just come with some magnetic cables like those ones, but I lost those a long time ago. I use this case. And so you plop them in there, you close it up, and then they start charging. There's a little USB-C port back here that you can just connect to, wherever you have USB-C cables. Looking at the site, they're sold out. And that's because, unfortunately, we don't have any way to like buy them new. I think Soundcore kind of gave up on them because, like the Razers, they came out a little early. They were ahead of their time. I think it's a great idea. They're not the most durable because I did have to replace my set one time. And you may be able to find them the way that I did. I went on eBay, and Soundcore has like an Anchor eBay for their refurbished products. And they do come with warranty. So if you wanted to get some Soundcore frames, go check that out. Highly recommend. The audio, not the best. It's not the best out of any of these. It's probably better than the Raybans, but worse than the Razers. And the battery life on them is actually surprisingly good. They're also like the Razers in the sense that they're always on, but the way that these ones are on is they can actually detect when they're on your head, and they run that way. The difference is the sleeping capabilities. The Soundcores last way longer because if you're not using them, they're almost using no power, whereas the Razers, they're just sucking away the power all the time. The next glasses that we'll talk about are the Rayban Meta Frames. These ones are probably the best smart glasses you can get, that you're not looking for some of those premium features like a screen or some sort of AI interaction. They do say that they're going to be implementing AI with these. Mine are personally the first generation, so I don't think I'll get that, but you might if you get these. What's cool about these glasses is they have the cameras, and that's invaluable, right? It's my favorite part of them because I have 2 little kids, and with little kids, you're constantly involved. But sometimes you want to capture that moment. Your kid's doing something for the first time. She's going to go take her first steps. You don't want to have to fumble for your camera and get it. You can just hit a button on your glasses, and you're in the moment. You're looking through the lens of your glasses, and you're seeing the real world instead of the screen. One other note is right here they have a power switch, which is good because you can turn it off when you're not going to be using the glasses. If you know nothing's going to be happening that you want to take a video of, you aren't listening to any audio, you can turn them off, save that power, use it when you want. The one downside with these is the battery life is bad. So it's good they have that power switch because if they didn't, you would not make it through a whole day with these. But they make up for that with the charging case. It's high quality, feels like it's leather. I'm not sure if it's real leather or not. It's got a little LED indicator to show you the battery life of the case, but you essentially just plop them in here, close it up, and then you're charging. So on the Meta store, you can see they're $329 for this version in black, but they have a bunch of different colors, different shapes, I believe. But you can get a large or a standard size. Like I mentioned before, this is definitely one of the more expensive glasses. You're starting to get into that mid to upper price range, but it's worth it in my opinion. Next, we start to get into the more fun glasses, but the ones that you're probably not going to wear in public unless you're fine with looking silly like I am. These are the Xreal Airs. There are newer versions of these, by the way. There's the Xreal Air Pros, Air 2s, Ultras. They have a bunch of different versions. I went with the Airs simply because I had never bought a pair of screen glasses. These ones I would categorize as second screen glasses or screen glasses, whereas the Raybans, those are going to be camera glasses. I'm just making these categories up on the fly, but so far we have audio glasses, camera glasses, and screen glasses. But here they are. These are the Xreal Airs. These are on the expensive side. They're normally $379. Looks like you can get them on sale right now for $299. But these are cool because they can connect to your phone or to an external device, and they act as a screen. So you can hook them up to your laptop, you can hook them up to your phone, you can hook them up to this device, which is called the Beam. This is like a little Android device that connects to your glasses and can give you some of those features that you want, but you don't want to kill your phone. So you can stream videos, jump on YouTube, Netflix, different things. You can sideload the apps on here, so your imagination is kind of your limitation. But there are also some normal limitations, like they don't let you use some things. I think they have a 120 hertz refresh rate, so it feels pretty good when you're watching it. The screen can get gigantic, and it has a lot of cool features, such as like pinning the screen in one spot. That's with the Beam or with the app on your phone when you're connected. But like I mentioned, you have to be hardwired, so you get to carry around a bunch of wires, and what you do is you hook into that, and I'll just use the Beam for right now, for purposes of showing you guys. But you connect it, right? And then it looks like my Beam might be dead, so we can't actually use it, but you get the idea. You connect it, and then you're into the glasses. I'm wishing I could. Basically, what these ones do is they have this little fishbowl, which allows you to see the screen. Sorry, I can't get it in there. You can see the time right there. But basically, they say it's like an IMAX experience on the go. There is an application that you can use on your phone if your phone works with it that kind of mimics all these functionalities. But the Beam unlocks the ability to kind of lock your screen in place or have it smoothly follow you. It unlocks those 3 degrees of freedom, which can make that experience better. But looking into the website right now, you can get them for $299. And basically, like, this is kind of visualization of what he's seeing. So you can connect them to your Nintendo Switch, or it's on my Mac right now. That's what you saw. But basically, you got a big screen, and that's pretty much it. The only downside that I would say really exists with these is for prescription wearers, because they don't actually look that bad, right? But if you do have a prescription, you have to get this insert that, when it's applied, it moves the glasses away from your face. So instead of having them here, I'll just throw them on really quick. Instead of having them way up close to your face, like, this doesn't look that bad, right? When you have the prescription insert, they have to move away from your face a little bit. So now it looks bad, you know. But if you're just using them at home or somewhere where you don't mind looking silly, I think I might have mentioned earlier, but I'll wear them wherever. I'm totally fine with looking silly, and my wife doesn't appreciate it. But I'm a function over form type of guy, I guess. But yeah, that's the Xreal Airs, and that's the start of our screen glasses. The next glasses that we'll talk about are the Rayneo X2s, and these are kind of the pinnacle of smart glasses for me right now. I know Xreal has some really awesome versions. There's an Ultra and a Pro. I haven't got to try those because they're expensive, just like these ones, and I can't afford to buy them all. But these are the Rayneo X2s, and yes, right out of the gate, they are ugly. I'm just gonna throw it out there, but the function in these glasses is more than any of the other glasses. So they have their audio, they have the camera, they have a screen, but on top of that, they also have some integrated AI features, and they interact with your environment. So the combination of the camera and the screen allows a mixed reality, augmented reality situation. One example is this little drum back here in the corner. When it's on that mat and I'm wearing the glasses, I go into the application and it'll actually produce a little ball in my field of vision that bounces into the different parts of the drum and is showing me how to actually play that drum. Um, and that's a super cool feature. You can see over here on the page, this is the Indiegogo page. They just launched over here. It's by a company called Rayneo, and I guess they were started by TCL, or they're part of TCL. I'm not really sure on that whole dynamic, but these ones are $698 right now, and they come with the drum, they come with the ring, and they also have a little front cover. Let me show you some of those things right now. The front cover, here I'll put on the glasses. Okay, so this is the glasses on. Like I said, not the worst thing in the world, but definitely ugly. My wife literally laughed at me when she saw me wearing them for the first time, but I can't blame her. I personally think function over form, right? I think I mentioned that before. But part of the things that are in the kit that you buy when you get it are these. They don't make it look any better, but when you're outside, these help to reduce that sunlight and let you be able to see the screen a little better. So speaking of the screen, let me show you what it looks like. This is what I'm seeing on my screen right now through the glasses being projected in front of me. This is the area where I would be able to navigate via swiping on the side. So when I move like this, that brings me to different parts. And so if I wanted to take a video, there are some quick functions to this too. So if the screen is in the off position, if the screen's off and I swipe one way or the other on the temple, it'll take a picture or video or bring up translation. Oh, that's a super cool feature too. So my wife and her family all speak Spanish, and I've picked up some over the years, but I'm not fluent, right? These glasses can do live translation. So if I say, translate Spanish, it'll put the text of what they're saying up in front of me. There is a version that, like, if you're looking directly at the person and having a face-to-face conversation, that it'll subtitle them, which works well if you're in that direct conversation where you're looking straight at each other. But the second they turn away, it loses the face and it gets wonky. So I use the real-time translation, which just, listens around for everything and translates it. But some other cool functionality with this is you have the ring. It was mentioned on the post. When you connect the ring, it kind of unlocks more functionality for you. So you wear it on your finger like this, and then you can control those swipes without having to reach up to your head. So you can just be, kind of hanging out, swiping around. So I hit the button to start it. Oh yeah, so the swipe basically replaces the leg. So every time it says, use your leg to do something, you can just use the swipe. But this is Snake. So just jumps into it, and I control it with this, and it's being projected in front of me. It's honestly really cool. Due to its nature of being an Android system, you can actually sideload applications, and so I sideloaded Microsoft Edge, and the ring acts like a pointer, which is really cool. I didn't know it did that. When I opened this up, I was wondering how I would navigate, and it just kind of worked. But yeah, you can use it to click. You can use your thing to scroll, and now I can see all this right in front of me. I don't need to bust out the phone. You also get your notifications and things on here. There are some really cool features with things like navigation where it projects like an arrow in front of you, and you can have like a little mini map as if you're in Call of Duty that just pops up and is ready to go. If you're interested in smart glasses, I wouldn't recommend coming here first, to be totally honest with you, unless you're balling out and you can afford to do that. Because you might not like it. Like I mentioned before, the Xreals with their screen, much higher quality image. So if you're trying to get these for watching Netflix or playing video games, these ones are not, they're not it. It's almost like a smartwatch, where you can get your notifications, you can send texts, make calls, but it also has that functionality of playing games and doing other things. But it's not a full phone replacement. There's no 5G on here. Um, they do connect to your phone via Bluetooth. And currently, one of the bad things is you have to use Wi-Fi to have network access. So if I want to, talk to my artificial intelligence girl that they put in here, I have to be connected to Wi-Fi or hotspot or something. It's supposed to be able to use Bluetooth tethering from your phone, but it's not there yet.
There. It's great to see you. What brings you here today?
I'm actually making a video to show off your capabilities. So what all can you do?
Friendly, that's awesome. I'm glad you're interested in showcasing our capabilities. As an engineer at our tech company, I can tell you that we have a lot of exciting features to offer. We specialize in developing cutting-edge software that can help you streamline your workflow and improve your productivity. What specific features are you interested in learning more about? 1. Have you used any of our products before? 2. What kind of
Okay,
video
well,
are you
you get the
making?
point, right? They basically communicate with you. You can
I'm
ask it
Grace, your
questions.
friend
You
AI
have a choice
coach.
Stylish
between two
vibes.
different
Tech
ones.
I'm
smarts.
Grace, your
There's another one that you can project into the room, and she stays there. And as long as you calibrated your augmented reality stuff, there's a picture on the wall that you have to use to calibrate it. But she'll stay in one spot. So they advertise it as 6 degrees of freedom. So you can walk away from her and come back, and she's still there. And that's using the camera and all the different sensors and things like that. Lots of different YouTubers have done reviews. So if you want an actual good video on these glasses, you should go check some of those out. But I highly recommend them. Um, they're not cheap, but they definitely add some cool functionality. And I guess that's it. Those are all the types of glasses that I have. So we went over everything from make your dumb glasses smart to audio glasses. That's a great spot to enter. I think we saw one was like $50. So if you were trying to get into smart glasses and you just want to check it out, go pick up one of those. If you don't like it, you can always return it. I think Best Buy has some of those. But we also had the camera glasses. The Raybans are a great set for camera glasses. These ones also work as camera glasses, but they're definitely more expensive. So if all you want is the camera functionality, then this isn't the way to go. But these ones, great investment, especially if you have kids or you do anything that you want to record videos of and you can't use your hands. Um, riding a motorcycle, doing a sport, anything like that. But yeah, that's the overview of smart glasses. One other thing I forgot to mention is the charging. You can see this cable that I have connected to be able to show you guys. That's how it connects. That's how it charges. There's a little magnet thing that goes in here, and it just charges. But since they're wireless, you don't need that. You're not required to use that. They do make it a little awkward though in just day-to-day environments, because I'll get caught just like staring off, and then my wife's like, "What are you doing? Are you paying attention?" And the truth is, maybe I'm not. I don't know, but definitely worth checking out. Hope you guys get into smart glasses because I really want the consumers to vote with their money, for lack of better words, because I'm excited to see where this can go in the future. Will they replace cell phones? I don't know. Probably not. But who knows? We'll see. Um, Appreciate you guys watching. Sorry this is a little less high quality, but you know, just something I was passionate about and wanted to make a video. We'll see you around.